Alright guys, sorry not a whole lot of talking in this video. I've just been in work mode, enjoying myself, getting it done and stuff like that. So I'll show you a little bit of what we got going. We've got the radiator mounted, intercooler mounted, boost pipe, hot side done. Somewhat got my radiator hoses routed, so I've got a good idea here. I'm just going to do a soft line from here to here. And then down at the bottom, the same thing. I'll have a hard line that comes in. We'll just have a soft line there to there. Pretty simple and easy there. I still need to make my top radiator mounts. So it's just kind of floating there, right there. And I need to make my bottom intercooler mounts because that's just kind of floating. But I got everything just kind of set up and centered the way I wanted it to. So I can just kind of start getting everything mocked up. And as you guys can see in the time lapse, I've got all my boost pipe cut. Don't worry, I will bead roll the ends. That's something I'm sure somebody will comment about. But everything is cut to length. And like I said, once we get this all tore back out, I'll start like truly making everything, you know, get the bead roll. I still am going to make my top mounts first, my radiator mounts, all that good stuff. So when we pull back out, we can paint it. Only issue that I see that I'm going to have to change up on my hot side is I need to raise the turbo. The turbo needs to come up at least that much higher. So I'm going to have to chop my lower pipe off down there and just raise it up some. Reason being is my inlet on the turbo side here, you can see right there, I've got it on there, but it's a little kinked and I don't want it looking like that. So we'll just raise the turbo up. We have plenty of clearance in here underneath the hood. I didn't want to bring it up super high to begin with, so I wouldn't, you know, just have too much pipe to break and stuff like that. The shorter the pipe, the better, in my opinion. But, yep, that'll be the one thing I see as an issue. So once I get all this back off, we'll raise that turbo up and get that fixed. But, yeah, I'm happy with everything so far. Everything is rolling pretty smoothly. I did have to chop out the lower cross member right there on the bottom of the 240 there. So I will build a different cross member once this is all done and see where I can route one. And yep, that is kind of the updates for so far. I'm gonna put you back on time lapse and just keep working. What is going on, guys? So we are working on a 240. I've been feeling kind of shitty lately. We had to go up to Washington and handle some things, family business. We did get some cool stuff while we were up there, which will be some other videos on. But kind of came back a little sick, not feeling too great. But I've been trying to get work done on the 240, so I haven't been recording a lot. Just trying to focus on getting the car done and just slowly working on it. So here's what we've got so far. Last night I came in and got the exhaust side done. We got the bung in for the O2 and our hole coming out the fender there, the inner fender well. And she's going to come out right there. And it'll pretty much come out the side of the bumper. Obviously not this side, that side over there, but that's where it's going to come out. So exhaust side is done. Hot side is pretty much done. Before I take it all off, I want to just build some sort of bracket down here to hold the turbo up in place, because right now it's just being suspended by the exhaust, and you know, long term might start breaking exhaust pipe and stuff like that. So I want to get some sort of support bar holding the turbo up. So that is a goal today. We've got the intercooler radiator all pretty much set up. I need to make two upper brackets to hold the radiator and intercooler. So that is another goal for today. I need to get an alternator bracket built. I have decided I want to mount the alternator down here. I'm going to hard mount the alternator here, and then I've got the somewhere around here, I've got the tensioner pulley that goes here. So that'll work out nicely. Just have to get some spacers and make a little couple brackets here to hold the alternator. So that'll turn out nice. And then I just about got the cooling system done. Got an extension here and then a little something here. I was working on the bottom and the angle here to here isn't too good. Plus, the coolant pipe is real close to the exhaust here. So my idea is, I don't have a lot of options. I want to keep with the hard line around the exhaust pipe, so we don't melt rubber hosing and stuff. So what I'm thinking about is kind of clearancing out a little bit inside the wheel well here to let this hard line kind of come into the wheel well section a little bit, and then so I can add a little more line here. I think that'll kind of cure my problem there. Once we are done with that, I believe I can go ahead and start removing all the stuff here and finalize welding all the exhaust pipe. I need to put my wastegate down. Wastegate's gonna go right here. I don't know if you can see my finger. It's gonna go somewhere right in here. But I know I have enough room. I kind of pre-fitted it up there the other day, so I can pull that out, drill the hole, weld the flange, and wastegate and exhaust side will be done. For the intercooler side, I've plotted out my blow-off valve and my IAT sensor. So those will go right there. Once I get those welded in, we can go ahead and bead roll all the beads on the piping, so we don't have boost pipe blow-offs and things like that. Other than that, I believe I just have to figure out where I'm going to put my catch can. So I've got some kind of little silly list here on my box. So wastegate piping today, radiator brackets today, turbo bracket today, finish my coolant lines today, and alternator bracket today. So that is my goal to get done today. I'm going to slowly just kind of keep working on things. Like I said, I'm just not feeling too hot and stuff like that. So I'm just going to get what I can done and just slowly keep working my way through it. And hopefully we can complete all that today. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, throw you guys on a time lapse. I've been trying some new things with the camera. So let me know if you think it's stupid, if you like it, whatever, if you can even see a difference. So let me know. Okay, so I've made this bracket here. Put a little J-clip in there. And what I'm thinking is I'll go right up underneath there and I'll weld it to that bar there. And then we'll just sandwich all those right there. Right here my thumb is at. I need to do a little bit of clearancing on the radiator, so I'm just going to clearance that real quick. Get her in place. We'll weld that, and that'll get good for our radiator bracket. I have them already mounted up here. I've already made some down there on both sides, so then I'll probably just design another one for the other side here. Don't really need to show all of it, but just kind of getting an idea of what we're doing. Sweet, so we got the exhaust done. Well, not done. We'll go over to the car here and show you real fast. I got all the radiator support hangers made. I got the intercooler support made that goes all the way across there. So that's solid, radiator solid. I made a bracket that goes from right here to the exhaust off a nut dirt that I had from my old catch can there. And then I have another hanger that's going to sit right here, and that's going to hold the turbo up. And that's pretty much about it for
exhaust hangers. So we got, like I said, one here, one there, and then I'll still need to do my wastegate flange somewhere right in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna MIG weld this whole thing together. I could go over to the other shop and grab the TIG and spend a couple hours doing this, but in my opinion, it's a race car. It's not no freaking show car. I'm not out here trying to show all my sweet stuff. All this is gonna be header wrapped anyway. We gotta make sure that we're having a lot of heat protection over everything, because there's just so much stuff compacted inside there that I'll just be about header wrapping everything anyway. So not too worried about it, just as long as the welds are good and they penetrate and everything else there. That's all I really truly care about. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start burning this all in. I'd already done the V-band flanges about 3/4 of the way through. There's just a little bit on the back side there, so I clamped on some other V-bands that I had, just so we don't get any warpage. And yeah, I'm just gonna go through and just start welding this thing out and put that wastegate flange on there, and this hot side should be done.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.